Hi everyone, it's Christina from the DIYmommy.com, and today I want to share with you a modern industrial walk-in closet makeover. I'm partnering once again with Brookfield Residential. They're a home builder and a community builder here in Edmonton, Alberta. So last month I worked with them and did a really cool entryway makeover and made some DIY board and batten. So I will leave the link to that makeover somewhere up here and in the description box below if you want to check that out and try that in your own home. And this month I am going into one of their walk-in closets in their beautiful cadenza show home in the Chappelle area of Edmonton and giving it a little bit more style and a little bit more function. So if you want to learn how I put up shelves and also how I made over a really inexpensive dresser to look just from a plain pine dresser to a modern industrial dresser, keep on watching. The cadenza is in the beautiful community of Chappelle Gardens in Edmonton. This is such a wonderful community with a social house and walking trails and all sorts of things. It would be perfect for a young family to live. I love the industrial style of this home, so it has lots of black and white elements, lots of really rustic and raw elements. And I was really inspired by this look when I was thinking about how we were going to make over the closet. So here's the master bedroom where the closet is in. It has those modern industrial elements. It has some rustic elements. And here is the walk-in closet. So it's very simple and it's clean, but we want to add just a little more character to it to make it match the rest of the home and make it a little bit more functional. So first of all, I found this inexpensive dresser from IKEA. It's called the Tarva. It isn't very pricey at all, and it's a great one to make over. So I'm just going to do a few things to this dresser to make it match this modern industrial look that I'm going for. So I just unpacked the whole thing and laid all the pieces out, and then I used this charcoal colored chalked paint and I painted all of the outside of the dresser, so the sides, the top, and the legs as well with this chalk paint. Really easy, just one coat and a foam roller. And I made sure I painted all of the sides and the front and the back of all of the pieces that I wanted this beautiful charcoal color. I knew most of the closet was going to be white, so I wanted to make this dresser in the closet not only be storage, but just be something interesting to look at. Then I used this aged wood accelerator, and I used this for the drawers, so the drawer fronts and the drawer sides, because I wanted a little bit of natural wood on this dresser, and I loved the tone of this grayish brown color. So I just coated it on the pieces and let it dry, and here's how the finished painted and stained pieces of my dresser turned out. Then I bought a leather belt from the thrift store. It was only $3, and I'm using it to make some really unique pulls for this dresser. So I cut it up into pieces. I measured them to be about 5.5 inches long. You just want to make sure if you're doing this DIY that you can fit your finger through the loop of the belt after you are going to put a bolt in the top of it. So I found that was about 5.5 inches. I just used regular scissors and cut my pieces and just used a ruler to make sure that they were the right length. So after I cut up all my pieces, I made 6 of these. I just marked in the center and about 1/2 inch from the top of each side. I used a leather punch and a hammer to punch a hole the same size as a bolt into either side. So I'm just found these brass bolts at Home Depot, and I'm folding my leather pulls in half, pushing the bolt through, and then taking the bolt and the leather pull and attaching it to my drawer front like this. Then I'm using a nut to attach the pull at the back. So after I made those really fun custom leather pulls from the thrifted belt, I just put together my IKEA dresser just like the instructions told me to. And then I popped it in my closet for some extra storage in this space. The next job I had to do was take all of the old shelving down, so I just used some pliers and I pulled out all of the anchors and I took all the shelving down. Then I used a laser level to mark the level where I wanted my new shelves. You could use a regular level for this step as well. And then I used a stud finder to find the studs in my walls because I wanted to have at least 2 of my brackets on studs for each shelf. I found these brackets at IKEA and I just spray painted them white to match my black and white and wood scheme. And then I used some wood screws to attach the brackets to the wall. So I used these wood screws for the brackets that I wanted to attach directly to the studs. And I'm using another level to make sure that my brackets are straight.
I'm also using a measuring tape to decide where I want my brackets, and then I'm using these drywall screws with an anchor to attach the brackets that aren't in studs. So if you're attaching brackets that aren't in studs, just talk to a professional at your local home improvement store and just see which screws and which anchors are going to work for the weight that you need your shelves. Next, I found these simple melamine shelves at Home Depot, and I'm attaching them to my brackets with some screws. I also found this iron pipe at Home Depot. If you do this, just make sure that you wash your iron pipe down, and you can use Goo Gone to get rid of the little sticky parts on the iron as well. I found all of these connectors and these elbows and floor flanges, and I connected them all together to make the length of rod that I wanted to attach to my shelves. And it's really easy. You just screw all these pieces together, and again, just make sure to clean them, and you can just kind of experiment with the length you want. Then I attached my floor flanges to the bottom of my shelves with some screws and my drill, and then I attached the elbows and the iron pipe pieces. So I'm just screwing them on to the bottom of my shelves on either side. And then after that, I just installed some various hooks and things on the wall in the closet just to add more storage. I don't think you can ever have enough hooks in closets for little things like scarves and necklaces. I found this really sweet free printable art online. I will leave a link to it in the description box below. These feathers, which I thought matched the rustic elements of the bedroom, and I just found some IKEA frames and I put the free printables inside. That's a really cute custom touch you can add to any space, and it was very inexpensive. So I put those on top of my dresser. And then I hung some necklaces on the hooks. I put some storage baskets on top of the DIY shelves, and I'm just hanging some clothes here so that you can see how the rods looked. I also found this wire shoe rack at IKEA. I think it makes a great little storage piece for shoes and accessories. Again, here's how the closet looked before. And here's how it looks now. I love this budget-friendly industrial makeover. I didn't spend that much on supplies. I will leave the total down in the description box below for you if you're curious and you want to see. And it was really fun to experiment with this pipe rods and to experiment with painting the shelving and also the dresser hack. I love that it's really simple, it's quite modern, but you have these unexpected elements like the plumbing pipe rods and the interesting dresser pulls. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I think it matches the rest of the home really well. I love little touches, and it was so fun to DIY.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this modern industrial closet makeover. Let me know in the comments below if you would make over a closet in this style, or what your favorite style would be to make over your closet. Thanks again to Brookfield Residential for sponsoring this video and this project. It was so fun to work on this, and I can't wait to show you guys what we're gonna work on next month. Also, make sure to visit this show home and the other show home that I did last month for your chance to win some money towards your own renovation. I'm gonna leave all of that information down in the description box below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more DIY, decor, and lifestyle ideas. And I'll see you guys all again in the next video. Bye.